Why he got the umbrella up in the house like he trying to give me bad luck? Currently, I am making him some chicken nuggets. What we're having for dinner is just beef liver that I have to figure out how the heck I am going to cook that. I did braid my hair. I braided it partially, and then I got, the back pulled up into a ponytail. But yeah, I just been on chill mode, playing my game. My little virtual villagers game. But yeah, we need to go to the grocery store soon. Eventually, and I need to go get this rent money sent off because rent is due in a few days, so it's best to just go to the postal office right now so that can get sent off. And I want to pull off some money to finish the rest of his clothes because I washed all the clothes, but I forgot that I had one more laundry bag for him of dirty clothes. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing today. It is Saturday. It is the weekend. And I drank me some tea. Had me some tea this morning because it was definitely, my stomach was hurting. I felt sick last night, so I munched on some seaweed, drank some tea, and I feel like I'm doing a little bit better. But overall, just taking my time with everything, honestly. I'm about to do these dishes, and with the liver, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna make with that. Oh yeah, I was gonna put some liver in some rice. I'm gonna try the rice because we all know that I am not good. That is my weakness. My weakness is rice and potatoes, homemade rice and potatoes. So I'm definitely going to go ahead, make some rice with some liver on top of that, and make some macaroni on the side, 2 starches with a meat. Yeah, that just don't sit right, huh? But for snack, I think I'm gonna go ahead and munch on me some strawberries for today because my appetite is just crazy right now. It's just, I'm out of my element when it comes to the appetite right now. So I'm gonna just, go with the flow. But yeah, good afternoon. Actually, in other words, I'm gonna eat me a White Castle burger.
Oh.
So that's my own snack. My little snack. I want to paint my nails. Just some nail polish. But yeah. I haven't had a White Castle burger in forever. I really want one of his chicken nuggets, but I'm trying to hold myself back, for real. They also got the white Swiss jalapeno White Castles. I want to get that. Berry tree. We picked some of these blueberries off this tree. We seen oranges and we see other berries. And I I put him inside his bag so we can give it to the birds whenever we see the birds. We feed the birds or something.
Oh baby, baby, why you acting this way? I just remember all our days up the interstate when we were driving down the 408, and you would smile just like the sun that you emulate. Now you mitigate my love, mitigate my love, oh mitigate my love, mitigate my love, mitigate my love, mitigate my love.
The caterpillar. Ooh,
this
we got a caterpillar.
It's a
So I'm about to lay it down. I am tired. I went out and I got a few hair items from the Dollar Tree. I got some vegan shampoo, so eventually I'm gonna be washing my hair. I really don't want to wash my hair because I'm loving this feeling. Like, I'm loving this experience so much. But it's time to switch it up. So we already switched it up, but weaned myself off of the old, and it's time to walk into the new. You feel me? This experience was amazing. And yeah, it's just like, I would do it again, you know, I would do it again. And I would just, this is like a wean off of shampoo, because I don't know what it was about it, but it felt so right. Like you've been living wrong your whole life. That's how it felt. So yeah, I made my son some liver and some macaroni. I didn't get to the broccoli, but I might get to the broccoli. I'm just tired right now. But I see myself getting to the broccoli. I got him some fruit juice. He went through, after he gets done through his case of pop. I don't know if I'm going dead. After he gets done with a case of pop, I switch it up and I get him like a healthy drink or something so that he can drink that. And then he goes to Kool-Aid. And then he goes to the case of pop. And then he goes to a healthy drink. You know, it got to be balanced. So yeah, I did hear something about pink salt though. Pink Himalayan, is that Himalayan salt? Cooking salt. I might switch up my salt and go to a different salt. But it's been a cool experience because, like I said, I freaking went through all of them dietary meals. That was my dietary. It's been my dietary. I think it's been 2 weeks I've been on the meals, and I got away from all the fast food and stuff. And my food, I would say, my appetite changed a little bit to the point where I'm not hungry for anything. You know, I'm not just out there buying this, that, and the third. Like, I'm very selective now. And I am adding vegetables to my meals. Like, I feel like I'm back on the right track. So that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, once you switch up your routine, switch up on your rituals, once you switch up, you'll be surprised, you know, of what you step into next. Because it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. And if you come out the same in that area after everything that you switched up, if you come out the same, it was just an experience. Something to take with you, something to live on, you know. But I was craving the meals though. I was craving the meals until I ain't had no more. And my freezer about empty. So yeah, I was going through them meals. So yeah, that's about it. About to get some rest, and I don't know if I'm gonna get up and make this broccoli or not. Maybe not. I don't know. But right now he got his starch in his meat. You know, didn't make it to broccoli, but maybe I will in a minute, depending on how I'm feeling, because this moment, it doesn't last. You feel me? I can lay down sleeping, and the next moment I'm up. So I'm very unpredictable in that way. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all next time. Y'all see the red bird? See if I can get close. There was 2 red birds that flew past me right after, right in the midst of a family walking down the street. That family specifically, you can see them behind them trees. And Maybe this is a sign saying that, it's two red birds. What does red birds mean? And what can you interpret without looking to the internet? Red birds, symbolization of love, prosperity, abundance in the area of your family. Today I read a message in the Bible, a verse in the Bible that talked about forgiveness, that I shall not forgive, this situation. I will put it in God's hands. I will not judge this situation. I will put it in God's hands. Sometimes you can't be the judge of that situation. God will be the judge. And even if you want to judge or you feel you need to judge, don't judge, because that could be the devil knocking at your door to make you fall. You judging can harden your heart towards the situation. You don't want to risk losing God. So I say that to say good morning. Think about those red birds and think about your family, because now is the time to look towards abundance and prosperity in a different way. The richness of your family and what they mean, they are priceless. That dollar bill does not match the experience of your family, the richness of having your family. And when I speak about family, I do not mean, it can be any area, wherever this area applies to you. But the fact that I've seen a man, a baby carriage, stroller, and, a little kid and the mom, that type of family. So wherever you are, wherever you need to sign, because a lot of us are confused about the signs that we get. But sometimes God sends you a moment that you can't forget. And God confirms in this way, gives you confirmation. When I speak about not judging a certain situation, it's a reason that you can't judge it. You judge it, but then you immediately contradict yourself in your mind before you get a chance to speak those words. And eventually you're led down a rabbit hole. You get confused about it. There was this dream that I had. It was this guy that, I don't know how to explain this dream, but it was these two men. First, it started with one man. And this man got me into his car. But before, I was babysitting this woman's kids. And, this woman eventually, like the child, I guess the daughter, was trying to explain to me the situation that was going on. What was happening with me and my kids. But then we got into this altercation, and next thing you know, we going outside to fight about it. In my heart, I really don't want to fight her because we got so close. We formed that friendship, and I didn't want to, I felt like it was more there. But, when people get in the midst of it, because there's a lot of people around us, and she's just like, well, this is how she was raised to handle the situation, so I'm going on there. And I'm like, girl, I really don't want to fight you because you're real weird, for one. And in the midst of us about to fight, I'm laughing, she's laughing. I'm like, I'm not about to, I'm about to get this I had like a little metal thing. I'm like, I'm just about to, you hit me, I'm swinging at this point, because I already know. I kind of got an idea of how this is going to turn out. Just like the one time I was about to get into it with this girl at Giant Eagle, and she was like this much taller than me. I'm like, you look like a wrestler. You feel me? But I ain't back down. Okay, so so we wound up going outside, but we didn't fight because we felt as though our connection, our friendship mattered more than whatever that fight, was about, or we didn't want to risk our friendship over this fight. So we went, and that's what the message is about, you know. So then I wound up getting to this car. I guess this man thought otherwise, you know. And he wound up sitting down. Okay, so we was at this computer. He wound up sitting at this computer with me. And I guess my computer wasn't working, but everybody else's computer was working. And it was something on the computer. We was trying to log in, and it wouldn't work. So I wound up being devastated about a past relationship. I was so devastated. I was crying my eyes out, and I'm just yelling out like, why can't I get this person off of my mind? You know, why? Because, you know, you can't walk around with somebody on your mind, like I said, like that tumor. You know, you can't walk. It's like something you can't control. Is out of your control. What's in your mind is out of your control, whether your mind is, you know, and how whatever's going on in there is out of your control. You can sit there and meditate, do affirmations, and try to just manipulate the situation, but it's only going to last temporarily, because it's only going to last temporarily. So then that's when, you know, you turn to the Bible and pray about it. But in this situation, I didn't. So I'm just crying out, and I'm crying out, and then there comes this guy with a whipping cord. It was a whipping cord, and he was like he was small, and I guess he was trying to whip me. He was trying to whip me, and I say trying because I wound up taking the cord from him and whipping him, and he wound up and I wind up, you know, I don't know, but he wound up, after, you know, he tried with me and I gained power over the situation, he became like this little object, but he was still talking, an object that talked with lips and everything, and I could plug up his lips when I wanted to. So I wound up taking this and carrying it out with me. So then I got this in my arms, you know, and eventually this person duplicates himself. The person that was crying out duplicates himself into another version of him. And this version of him, you know, I trusted him because I trusted him before, so I thought I could trust him, you know, because I had experience with him. I wanted to get in the car with him. And, you know, it was a nice car. It had TVs in the back seat, TVs in the front seat. There was a driver. It was like a limousine or something. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm trying to think if I'm saying that right. So then there was my son. I just got like a voice that said something about a casket, like the casket, the car that carries a casket. So I wound up putting my son in the front seat because there's like a area just like this back. It was just like the front, so it was like this front seat that had a chill, like it had like little cushions, massage pillows, and then it had like a TV. So we put him in that area. He was secured in that area, so we put him in that area, and he was in the back. So I didn't know what to expect out of this situation. And it turns out another person came into the situation. This person he looked like a wrestler. No, he was huge. He was huge. And I was like, no. I told him and I told the other guy no. Because it turns out he was trying to rape me. And he was that close. But I guess my no was more powerful than their actions. And they wound up turning away. After the fact, the guy wound up leaving, getting out. One of the guys got out the car, and the person that originally, you know, owned the car sat there. And he wound up trying to apologize or something, and I just kept looking out the window, crying. Because why do I feel this way about this guy? Why am I grieving what we had? And this is how I was treated. This is what happened. Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling, crying out about a man that hurt me and put me in these type of positions? The fight, the rape, the confusion, the miscommunication. Why am I missing this? That revolves around this guy that I'm missing. The whipping and all of that. Why? Is my question. I'm sitting there and I'm looking out the window and I'm crying in tears while he's sitting beside me trying to apologize. And I'm just wondering why. I'm wondering why that tumor is still in my mind. you know. So be grateful for the people that you have in your life today, your family right now, those that man that you have that is tagging along with you while you're walking out and about with your stroller. Be grateful that that man is there by your side right now. Be grateful for the situation that you're in right now, that you're not alone. Be grateful, because it could be so much worse. You know, it could be so much worse. So yeah, that's the message that I wanted to give, along with this little this dream that I had that resonates. And I will talk to y'all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share, talk,